with consumption and activity, everybody in the malls and the shops and the wherever else trying to do things, trying to get things, and all the best to everyone in this season. Don't forget the core and fundamental aspect of what Jesus, peace be upon him, is about. Don't forget that, please. Don't miss the substance and grab the dressing and the frills and the off turns as well. Some of that which surround the supposed holiday, etc., is really divergent away from what the core of this prophet, in my opinion's message is about. So let us be cautious as well. Let us continue to give thanks. Let us ingrain in ourselves the goodness that is essential, and let us set a good example for our children as well. Let us set a good example. Let us speak to them. Let us be honest and truthful as well with them. All right. We head into the news, and even without opening the news, we know the continuous topic of geopolitical situations dominate the speaking points of Trinidad and Tobago, and a new manifestation, a particular part of that is the conversation that is being had around statements about CARICOM and the fractures with policies that have been divergent away from what some of the members of CARICOM are accustomed to or have been holding for some time. And I'll just touch on it. I know some of the callers might be interested in going into it a little bit further. But of course, the one on top of the Express this morning is that billions come from CARICOM, and the Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda would be speaking about the benefit that Trinidad and Tobago gets from CARICOM in terms of our trade, and some people who travel the Caribbean and who may be aware, would understand that Trinidad and Tobago is a major manufacturer as well. Of course, our core is energy and derivatives from our oil, and in particular our gas, but we do manufacture substantially as well for the Caribbean, and our products are sold through the length and breadth of the Caribbean, and therefore we derive that trade benefit from them. So I don't think anyone is belittling or putting that benefit aside, but obviously Trinidad and Tobago's major trading partner is the United States as well, and for some time we have been able to diversify the markets in which we send our gas, for example, but our downstream companies, for example, we spoke about nutrients some weeks ago, and others who produce from the gas and then export, and we derive from them a large amount of taxes, etc. Those companies are American and even the ones that are not American are Western aligned, so American aligned as well, the majority. And that is the major part of our exports. That is the major part of our trading. Of course, we must be real as well, so that we acknowledge also our imports. Although there has been a global shift, or sometimes the initial supplier is China because it's the production hub of the world, we import substantially as well from the United States of America. Our economies are intertwined. You can look around and you would see many franchises, companies, etc., that are US owned and based. And our balance of trade is based on our taste and our desires that have been shaped by marketing and cultural preferences. Of course, we speak English, which has been left from our last colonial masters, and therefore our language connects us to those people who also speak like us. We consume their film and their music substantially. We have in the past migrated in number to those places where we sought better living, so to speak, because of this whole notion of American dream. Obviously, at one point it was the rush to Britain, which was developed off of the back of its colonial holdings. So they would impose upon the places that it conquered. They would take from those places, build the motherland, if you want to call it. I don't know if a mother is the right term for that type of entity. Certainly not a mother, but the major power. They would have drained. They would have drained what they consider the third world, build their societies, and then we would rush to those places. We were considered somewhat part of their empire, so it was easy as well to gravitate that way. And then later, with the rise of America, obviously, we were considered within their sphere, and migration went that way. People sought the opportunity for work. They looked at the power of the almighty dollar, that economic power that they leverage on the world, and therefore we have really substantial connections in terms of our diaspora. So many Trinbagonians who have lived in the United States for a long period of time, second generation now, and obviously their family members and others as well who travel, who even contribute through tourism, through those purchases. When so many Trinbagonians go there, they purchase, take our money here, change it to their money there, and boost those economies as well. So there is such a deep interconnection. I'm not talking about the language, I'm not talking about the back and forth. I am extracting from what has been said what is real. what is real. And we just have to understand our position. It is up to us if we strategically decide to choose a different position and to shape ourselves in a more independent way, or choose to move towards different directions. But where we are now economically must be understood, and it must be part and parcel of the way that we act, the way that we act. So, you know, that conversation has been raging over the weekend in the broader context of the geopolitics and what is transpiring in the region. So we're going to tell a little bit further. I am absolutely sure many of our callers would want to have a little opinion and express it as well on the topic. So we'll take the break on top of the hour, and then we'll be back. All right, blessings to everyone.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
Playway Parang Payday is the order to win more money for your dollar.
The Playway Parang Payday Draw is the way to win more money for Christmas. If a white ball calls, it's removed from the machine, and when the Parang ball calls, you win 28-1 on the base, plus bigger mega mix payouts. Players must be 18 years and over. Please play responsibly.
Bigger payouts with Playway.
Building dreams, delivering excellence. That's McClatchy Construction Company Limited. Since 2008, McClatchy Construction has grown into one of Trinidad and Tobago's most trusted names in construction. From residential homes to large-scale commercial and industrial projects, we bring integrity, innovation, and professionalism to every endeavor. Our services include general contracting, design and build, construction management, restorations, renovations, structural steelworks, infrastructure development, home construction, and equipment rental. Whatever your vision, we have the expertise to bring it to life. With over 17 years of proven experience and a portfolio of landmark projects, more than 70% of our work comes from repeat clients, a true testament to our quality and reliability. For trusted construction solutions, contact McClatchy Construction Company Limited at 221-5405 or 222-5897 or via email. admin@mcclatchyconstruction.com. McClatchy Construction Company Limited. Building strong foundations for a better tomorrow.
It's not just a loan, it's an all-access pass to wallet season. Yeah, yeah, your season is secure with Eastern Credit Union. Yeah, yeah.
A Trini Christmas is the best when Lion Bran in the mix. Lion Bran's self-rising flour or baking powder brings convenience to the kitchen, so the work to make the food is easier and quicker. And for Trinbagonians, that makes the mix merrier, because we get more time to line while we putting away the place or painting the steps. With Lion Bran mixes, your black cake, banana bread, and sweet bread eaten just like Granny Yoon. So grab your Lion Bran this Christmas, because our mixes make it merry. Lion Bran, the power behind our great taste traditions.
This year I say I'm not cooking. Young brother ask me what you're doing. Crazy, your family them go start screwing. Without food, well, the Christmas could ruin. Tell them to settle and cease. They will still get a piece. Cause KFC have a big festive feast. Well, bring all the chicken. I know it's finger licking. And crazy, you can stay out of the kitchen and have a festive feast, a festive feast.
Celebrate Christmas with KFC's Festive Feast. Get a festive box, 3 pieces of tenders and wedges for only $39.95. Or a festive bucket, 8 pieces of chicken, 2 regular sides, and 2 portions of wedges for $159. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday
from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. in the morning on the Street 919 FM.
Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it
on the altar as my life.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Aloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Chamfleur, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on The Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
The Embassy Yacht is back and ready to transform your events into unforgettable experiences. Launched from King's Wharf, San Fernando, the perfect starting point for an epic experience of luxury, music, and celebration on the open water. By booking our vessel, your event will include a house DJ, state-of-the-art sound system, fully stocked bar, dedicated cleaning crew, top-notch security. This isn't just a venue, it's a floating masterpiece designed to make your event the talk of the town. Imagine your guests dancing under the stars, drinks in hand, with breathtaking views of the coastline as your backdrop. From birthdays to corporate events to exclusive parties, the Embassy Yacht offers promoters a unique platform to create unforgettable memories and boost your brand's reputation. Call or WhatsApp 399-5959 or email embassycruises@gmail.com.
The world #1 Calypso dance Kaiser Showcase presents Rhythm of the Sea, where the rhythm meets the wave on board the Embassy Yacht on Friday, 30th January 2026. Boarding at King's Wharf, San Fernando from 7 p.m. and sailing at 8 p.m. sharp. Featuring the ladies DJ, Dr. Ross and Sugar Ray. Early bird tickets $200. General admission $250. Tickets available at Roast and Toast Restaurant, Bar and Grill. Number 86 Superior Street, San Fernando. Attorneys by the Park, Tuco South Central Zone Office, Mezzanine Floor, Skinner Park, San Fernando. And from Tuco South Executive Members. For more information, call 653-5732. Don't miss out on the first ever Calypso tent on the high seas. Everybody is somebody. Kaiser Showcase, Rhythm of the Sea.
Everybody dreaming of that next winning step. From running a food truck, serving meals on the go, to a whole food chain where your brand start to grow. From staycation, long weekend, same beach, same view, to global destination, first class, brand new. A personal trainer, counting reps on the floor, to be at Jimona, your name on the door. From giving a little heart in the right spot, to donating hundreds to help a whole lot. When you play Lotto Plus, your dreams expanding. Take it to the next level when you start playing. Remember, winners always play Lotto Plus.
Players must be 18 years and over. Please play responsibly.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
And we are back. Who first up I see a KFC jingle here as a script boy. Not this morning. Probably later on in the week. But we'll do the ad, man. KFC Christmas is the best kind of Christmas. That's right, because all week long, straight up to January the 1st, it's finger-licking deals. Deals after deals. From buckets to delicious boxes, mouth-watering sandwiches, and tasty tenders, only KFC has all the great taste for you to unwrap. So make this Christmas and a KFC Christmas, and you will see why KFC Christmas is the best. Offers available via all ordering channels. KFC, finger licking, good. They'll get the jingle some other day, not today. And it's the most wonderful time of the year, and Mount Pleasant Credit Union is making your Christmas even brighter. Take a loan this season and borrow up to $200,000. Plus, members with new loans of $25,000 or more get a chance to win a grand prize valued at $25,000 and monthly grocery vouchers worth $1,000. Don't miss out. This festive offer ends December the 31st, 2025. Call us at 639-8375 or visit mpcutobago.com to apply today. Mount Pleasant Credit Union, making your Christmas dreams come true. This promotion, of course, has been approved by the NLCB, and terms and conditions apply. This Christmas, make it magical with PRW Enterprises, your one-stop shop for everything tech and more. Well, I don't know, for those who celebrate and looking still for a gift or something, well, not really last minute, and last minute is Christmas Eve, which Trini is going to push it till Christmas Eve, right? There's PRW for you. Keep your home safe with our 8-channel camera packages starting at just $3,100. And I definitely think that's a practical good gift this Christmas for those who may not be able to afford the other implements that may allow you to protect your home and your family. Gamers can power up with gaming cases from $425, mechanical keyboards for $1,025, and monitors as low as $799. Turn up the volume with the JBL Boombox 3 at $4,078, or blast your favorite carols through Memorex speakers for only $2,500. Need gifts for everyone? We've got Fire tablets for the kids for $550, Fire sticks, laptops starting at $2,800, and headsets from as low as $150. Power it all with Aza Gaming power supplies for $550, and stay charged up with a Forza replacement battery 9 amp for $304. And here's the best part. Enjoy 3 months layaway available on select items. Shop now, pay later, and make everyone's holiday brighter. Whether it's a smart TV, a projector, or a generator to keep the lights glowing, PRW Enterprises has the perfect gift for everyone on your list. PRW Enterprises, powering your Christmas with tech, joy, and cheer for all. Merry Christmas from PRW Enterprises. Of course, you can go on down to PRW Lowlands as well in Tobago, or contact them at 285-9779, extension 501. I know Trini's right, and plus two. Well, I think pay is coming early for the purpose of the holidays, etc. And of course, people are getting their back pay, people getting their whatever else has been promised and delivered to them. So I could see there would be some late economic activity that is sure to help to spur, that economic development as well. More people being employed. Talking to a supermarket owner, he say, I take on quite a few extra people for this season, and those are positive spin-offs as well from from economic activity, from money coming into the hands of the working class who need things, right? Yes, obviously some people may go a little beyond what they need, but there are many working people who have been putting off curtailing things that are essential as well, or comforts that can add to their quality of living, their quality of life. And that is a major plus for our country, for our society, for those members of our society as well. And I'm happy for them. Even the economic activity taking place, the employment being created by this new program out of the local government ministry is positive as well. Like my friend Macamillion was saying in his drive to assist and give out stuff for the Christmas period, and we try to do it anytime whenever we can, right? We recognize that there are people who have lost that level of income, and I hope some of them, as many as possible, can find the opportunity for employment through other avenues that are being created, some similar as well. And I could certainly speak for myself. I could speak for others as well, but I will speak for myself. We understand what is taking place, and we understand the challenges that Trinidad and Tobago faces. If not just the internal issues alone, those alone, the internal economic, social, and other issues that Trinidad have, that alone is tumultuous waters. Those alone are phenomenal and challenging. And added to that, we have a global challenge to face as well. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Assalamu alaikum, Baka. May peace and blessing be upon you, Paul.
Wa alaikum salam, man. Blessings to you as well, man. Peace and blessings.
Yeah, and your audience and your callers and the listeners, Paul.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. And the containers and them coming offload with our minimum wage workers. And then the minimum wage workers drop the food by the grocery for minimum wage. And then the brings one workers had to pick up the money from minimum wage. And Massa laughing, ho, to the bank, them having a nice Christmas. You should be like, and them had a hustle and minimum wage to buy things for the children. They buy your toys and in 2 days the toys last. But Massa bag on the back, but going ho to the bank, full of money forward. From the time the money come out on the plantation forward, and the people and them get a little pay, they get extracted by the 1% back one time into the business back into the safe. It's a serious thing forward.
Yeah.
But what I could say about it.
Yeah, and let us think about the economic cycle as much as possible. Let us try to develop our own economics in a sense so that we can circulate money among ourselves as well. Let us understand as well the opportunities that may come to us and the opportunities that we have if we are able to get some extra money in our hands, and let us utilize it as best as possible.
And I say you say spend some time with the children, but the to get that little money is minimum wage enough forward, because unless the goodly woman start to create something now for the people and them, open a little small thing for them to, like the rice or the sugar, and open a little thing for the brothers and them who coming out of school to learn trade, and maybe like what Guyana doing, when Guyana training, let me say 2,000 electricians or 2,000 plumbers, they're creating the opportunity for them forward Forward, I talking to veteran and them is electrician and plumbers and thing, and them working minimum wage, them packing trucks. And me use me taxpayers' money to educate these brothers and them to get a little sustainable work. I mean, a little sustainable work away from the minimum wage. Forward minimum wage is diabolically slavery, you know, forward. No way a brother could move from there because I have a sister there, I mean, sister, I mean, right? Traveling from 6th Avenue forward, right? And she had to take a car from 6th Avenue, come down on the main road, right? And then from right there to Sawa there, and then over the highway, she's spending $40 in passage. She working for 160. I mean in that 160 a day for God, boy, plantation bosses, the brothers and the sisters, go all do something now, boy, do make the woman have to raise it on all you, and then all you go say that she evil and all kind of thing. I mean, these brothers and them have billions of dollars for wood. I mean, they could them could raise the minimum wage a little thing. Instead of throwing a little party, them alcohol to drink when it's Christmas and make them feel nice.
Yeah,
There's little money in their pocket now.
and the trick is even when the minimum wage is increased, then there's a shift in the cost of living, and sometimes your real take home, what you could actually purchase, decreases when you get a little increase in minimum wage. If they only shift the thing a little bit, the bosses they shift it even more. They shift the cost of everything, and then you come like you're back to square one. But sometimes you even take a step back. It not easy. It not easy, brother. I understand what you're saying.
All right, let's try it forward.
Yeah, man. Blessings. And thank you very much. For those who are a little more permanently employed and who have the options of the things, you know, it have some areas of work, certain institutions, people aggressively inclined to. It is because of the security of tenure. It is because of decent paying wages as well. But those levels of employment are limited. They are limited as well. Good morning, Mr. West. Blessings. Morning. Welcome.
All right. I don't want to take too much of your time this morning. Only to say I listened to your central caller, always on point. And what I'm saying is that things are not going to get better soon. I'm hearing the merchants downtown, that is the Chamber of Commerce, calling for adjustment in the value of the currency. So they're seeking either they float the dollar, which is a devaluation, well, tantamount to devaluation. So that adjustment would mean that it's becoming more difficult on us. And this is why I talk about the rich and powerful and the way they're able to manipulate the politics and control the economy. And it appears as what they say because they have power. So I'm saying that we're very difficult times. As I said, the government is in a very unenviable position. I don't know how they're going to get out of it. But I think that they're faced with a conundrum that I think nobody would want to be in. With respect to this CARICOM, the thing about it is that I have lived through CARICOM. I experienced a bit of CARIFTA. And I'm saying that where CARIFTA started in 1965, and the fact that it was established and then it came into force in 1968 or thereabouts. Then it morphed into what you call CARICOM, right, in 1973. And then you had the revised treaty in 2001 and came into effect in 2006. And I'm saying that it was modeled after the European Union. When people talk about where, and no originality, and in fact, you have economic blocks throughout the world. You have it in Asia, you have it all about, you have it with NAFTA and all these different things. But the thing about it is what you must understand is, well, the European Union came out of Euratom and European Coal and Steel and all these different things, morphed into the EC, the European Economic Community. Then you had the EEC and then the EU now, right? Britain had opted out of it with Brexit, but now they're seeking to get back into it because they realize that it has worked to their disadvantage. But when we come to CARICOM, all the institutions, most of the Caribbean, the CSME, it came out of the European model. So there's no originality there. The free movement of people, that revised treaty, right? I know about it because I did it when I did my studies and whatnot.
Yeah, I am directed to take a little look as well at the history of CARICOM as well. But it may be that it predates European unification in the last form that it has. But us as a bloc, the Caribbean and the English-speaking Caribbean as well, coming together and working together is something that is positive in my opinion. And we have too many similarities and we have too many connections, literally human connections throughout the Caribbean for us to lean towards too much separation as well.
Yes, this fact remains. Why they came together in Europe was because they said they wanted to prevent war, and also the question of building or fostering or promoting prosperity. When you have trade, when you have a trade bloc like NAFTA and between Canada, United States, and Mexico, it promotes trade because you have what you would have there. You have trade arrangements, and you create employment for your people. You create income, and you improve the standard of living and quality of life. That is what it was intended to do. Because you trade among yourself and you're able to prosper. But I'm saying that over the years, what has happened is that in CARICOM, we need CARICOM, but you need an effective CARICOM arrangement. This is going nowhere. We know that, and people who study these things and who understand and who would experience. When it started with Williams and those people and Burnham and those people, I think Burnham was there at the time, or whoever, I think Shady, whoever was there, Barbados, you had Barrow and all these people there. When they started it, it was with a force. It had every child in Trinidad knew about CARIFTA. They knew about CARICOM, but no, it's not going anywhere, and the evidence is there. When you want to know whether something is working, whether something is good, you look at the results. What have they achieved over the last 10, 15 years, 20 years? Apart from sitting down and talking, and yes, we need CARICOM. We need to promote development in the region. We need to improve the standard of living quality of life for the people. But the thing must get working. You need to make it more efficient and effective. That is what you want. It is ineffective. And one of the examples, I always like to draw reference. I don't want to go into too many. You look at this conference that they had here, where the whole of CARICOM come down in Trinidad here earlier this year, to talk about crime as a mental health, whatever it is. What came out of that? You saw a paper on that? You saw anything? You know anything that came out of that? More than people sat down, they eat, fat, and chat? Nothing. So I'm saying, and there are other things. You have people talking about cricket and who is this and that, and CARICOM is responsible for cricket. Cricket is dead. They have done nothing to improve the quality of cricket or our cricketers in this country. So I'm saying that you need to get, probably it has to do with the leaders in the Caribbean. It has to do with that because you had Caribbean leaders in the past who were driving CARICOM. You had Ramphal and those people. You had this guy from Grenada who was head secretary general. This thing is a mess. You don't even know who the secretary general. You don't know the conference, who in the conference. Well, that comprises political leaders and whatnot. But you don't know. The average man knows nothing about CARICOM. You could ask anybody on the show tonight and say, what are the organs of CARICOM? They can't tell you. The principal organs, they can't tell you.
Yeah.
But I could tell you what are the organs in the EU. They could tell you that those who study things. So
but we feel the effects of what is Caribbean single market as well. We feel the effects in those people who sell their products throughout the Caribbean. We also feel the effects in the movement of work because there are many, I mean, professionals, people who I went to school with as well, who work up the islands as well. It goes both ways. And there are professionals who work in Trinidad from other Caribbean countries who are essential for our development as well. We are aware the Grenadians and others who are skillful and contribute significantly with their skill where there may be a shortfall in your own countries. So we have to take all that into consideration.
Yes, I agree.
And it has its challenges for sure.
I agree with you, Fuad, that was the intent, that was the objective,
Yeah.
the purpose of CARICOM.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, and I started my thesis with saying that it ought to be more effective.
Yeah, for sure. No problem. No doubt.
And I'm saying it at the rate at which it is functioning. And look at what's happening. When people talk about dysfunctionality and people going their own way. Mia Motley just a couple of months ago trying to put into effect the Caribbean single market and economy. What she did, the free movement of people. She went in and she formed her own little arrangement there with St. Vincent, Dominica, Belize, the free movement of people, where in fact, we're talking about how long that was put in place and nothing was done.
An even greater level of integration has been initiated between those specific countries. And those, even within the Caribbean, we have a certain level of connection. But between some islands, there's an even greater interconnectability between them because of their proximity and other extremely important factors as well. So
but I am not denying that, because I spent some time in Barbados, and I know those people from Jamaica and those people from St. Lucia and those people from other countries. They're very close, especially those people from Barbados and St. Vincent and St. Lucia. I observed that they were very, 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 very close.
Yeah.
They have, but I'm saying, again, I am not saying it is not a good idea, CARICOM, but I'm saying that it is sleeping. It's a sleeping giant. I am saying more has to be done.
Yeah.
That is all I'm saying.
Understood.
One other thing I want to talk, and I want to compliment you, because when we spoke about people not, you don't listen to, you have to be careful who you're listening to. And in this country, you have people who are political scientists. You have people who are economists. You have people who are what they call international relations experts. But some in Trinidad, seemingly, if you listen to them carefully, they have a side, they belong to a party, and they espouse the views of the political party, the wishes of the political party. So I don't take them seriously. And I listened, in fact, I heard it on a program on your station Friday, this station, where this guy from Antigua, I think he's a professor at the University of the West Indies, a unit there in Antigua. I listened to him, and it was the most, profound analysis of the geopolitics and the effects and the impact on countries, and more especially Trinidad and Tobago. I heard him, and I thought you went to his school, or probably he learned from you. He sat at your feet, because everything that you were saying, it was there, and he exposed everything, and you and another gentleman on the evening program. So I'm saying that wisdom and the question of being balanced, people being truthful, being honest, you don't get from political agitators and demagogues. You get it from people who are truly independent, people who are trained sometimes to be balanced, to be impartial, to be objective and fair. And when you read people, you're able to discern what side they're on. When you watch the television on an evening, you look at the demeanor of some of the people reading the news, and you realize that the news that they are given, even before they start a talk, you know where they are going. You know that they are agents, and not just agents. Some people may call them agent provocateur. That is where they're going.
Yeah.
You can discern that. Thank you. I don't want to take too much of your time.
Yeah, and we have stopped just in time to take the Royal Castle break, right? So we'll be right back after this parang.
Oh, hold on. Mrs. Claus sent a WhatsApp. The elves are hungry. Pick up a Royal Castle Queen bucket, a King bucket, some royal wings, a family meal, a few combos, some extra delicious coleslaw, crinkle-cut fries, potato salad, and a snack box for yourself. Oh, and don't forget that delicious honey mustard sauce. It's really lashing. Okay, Rudolph, let's get that delicious local Trini flavor. Royal Castle, here we come. Royal Castle is the local something that makes it all taste better. Happy holidays from Royal Castle. Christmas is coming, and we're heading back to T&T for that famous Royal Castle chicken. We just love the Royal Castle family meal with those 12 pieces of tasty chicken, the 6 yummy sides, and that refreshing 2-liter soft drink. It's just perfect for a nice Christmas lime. So if you're hustling and bustling like me, or if you just want some great tasting food, pick up the Royal Castle family meal. Happy holidays from Royal Castle.
That was your Parang hit of the day, powered by the unbeatable taste of Royal Castle.
And we are back. Being a Trinbagonian Muslim as well is a truly interesting experience. You would find me, I might sing, I want a piece of pork, and I really don't want no pork at all. But I'm singing this song because it is part of our culture and the parang, etc. But by choice, all of that which is available to us, but we choose not to in our discipline as being Muslim, etc. Right? As I see a couple people trying to come in, right? 1 second. You would find few people that are more disturbed by what exists as American leadership at this point in time. I was amazed to hear this current president, but it is not different from what transpired much different with other presidents as well. Speak about one person, Miriam, something who is closely aligned to Israel, giving $250 million to his campaign. And thus he chose to specifically call her to thank her in front of others, in front of the world, for that. And he expressly stated thereafter, herself and her husband, you know, and all her husband wants when he comes to talk to me, you know, he say, Donald, I want to come check you the White House, you know, and he say, I'm busy as the president now. He say, but not for long. All that he wants is to advocate and to push for the interest of Israel. And you have a president standing talking about that amount of money being put into his campaign to convince, to organize people, average Americans, to endorse and to give him the power and ability to manage, govern the entire country and its policies and its resources, etc. It's the entire system in and of itself is phenomenally flawed, and it is brazen as well. So you would find very few people who are more opposed to that level of, that is not democracy, that level of dictatorship of capital, dictatorship of wealth. Now you see surrounding these leaders are those people who are extremely rich. So you might criticize some oligarch somewhere else and look at them and say they are so negative, but what you see within a place that is supposedly built on democracy and ruled by the people is an oligarchy of people who are proven by their business dealings, past and present, to be only interested in the accumulation of more wealth, who in their dealings rob the people, rob the state, rob the collective to amass more and more and more. It's phenomenal that we look at that and accept that and endorse it every how much years? 5. It's phenomenal. And I cannot tell people that is a system that is working in the interest of global humanity. I cannot, because it does not. And generally, human beings, I ain't even just talking about Trinbagonians, have to think it out. We have to become more educated as to what the system really does and what it really offers, and forge some way better for us. And that is what you find with people who may choose differently. They are looking for other things than this farce of democracy that exists. And even through democratic processes, when they choose differently, the existing system attacks them and says they're not legitimate, and all sorts of other things, all sorts of other aspersions they cast, and then they use them to topple and crush them. But the world, even Trinbagonians are waking up. We have the ability to access other information. We have the ability to scroll on TikTok, which is now being forced sale to Americans because they don't want people to access, especially in the western part of the world where they think they dominate. They don't want people to access alternative information, not even alternative information, the truth of what exists. You find the rich, which is the economic ruling leaders, and the politicians, and then these people who we look up to, idols, even now we have to be careful with, right? Celebrities, etc., who shape the way we think and the things that we do, all being compromised by agents. And you have the whole saga of these Epstein files, and it is a mess. It is a mess. And we're forced to realize the truth. We have to, for our sake and for the betterment of all the people, the masses, because the masses of people in the world suffer. White, brown, black, whatever color, creed, American, wherever, we suffer. So let's keep that in mind as well. Good morning, brother. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning to Trinidad and Tobago. Accepting I want to say good morning to some of the Caribbean. Except the ones who feel they could speak on behalf of Trinidad and Tobago. Them who believe in the Caribbean, the leaders that they feel that there is some kind of push over, or we must bend to them agenda. We have our own agenda. I used to listen to you back on the other frequency. You on your deceased, may God bless his soul, wherever he is in heaven. And all my years listening to you, the last 3 years, 4 years, I never hear you stay so long speaking about Joe Biden. And I know Joe Biden is white, and I know Joe Biden's ancestors also slave us. But it looked at me in the last 4 years of Joe Biden, you have no problem of his policies. But every policies that Trump bring forward, or everything that Trump do, they look for a loophole to sink him. I question that.
Nah, man, well, then you need to listen a little better. You need to listen carefully. It is all the system and those who administer them, they all looped into one. And sorry, I can't hear you while I'm talking because something wrong with the board and the speaker, right? So just bear with me when I'm speaking, and then I'll put you back on so I'll hear what you're saying. The entire system that is compromised by the rich, right, I take issue with. Now it is a little bit more brazen and open because Trump ain't even hiding his hand, but it existed before. I am critical even of the Obama regime, who, went in and destroyed Libya for oil and yes, was a wonderful orator and black skin, but carrying out an agenda that is not for people. I support the masses of the people of the world. I don't support oligarchs who pretending to be democratic and for us. So understand that. You need to listen carefully to me. You need to listen carefully, Kingsley. Go ahead.
We're not a Democrat. We Republican. We believe in the right and the left. That's the American thing. Chinese really understand that. We believe in the left. And I want to thank Nicki Minaj, our home girl, our Chinese American rapper, and known, outspoken, fearless, passionate rapper who continue saying that God sent, and the love that she see that in America. She live in America. Me live there and you live there. And she sit up in a higher seat than me and you in this world. When you go on your page,
I
it's
see
over
done
8
who? I see done what?
Excuse?
Oh, wait, who's sitting on a higher seat? Nicki Minaj is an entertainer who gives us some things alright, some things not so alright. We love her because she's Trinbagonian, but really in terms of her intellectual capacity to give us something substantial politically or otherwise,
Of course, she has that in she. She has that in she. And also, I want to thank, you could interject because I know that we're there for.
Yes, I love to, man. Go ahead.
I want to also thank Christian Minado, who have over 100 million followers. One of our legend footballer, who also said that Trump is the only man could stop peace. I also, again, I do not know if the Prime Minister has listened to this program here. She come out and say what things, because when she speak, many people listen. When I speak, I hope somebody listen. And the Prime Minister say what I said. Over 300,000, and she chooses side. She say who you want us to support. And I keep on saying this on this program here, who you want us to support.
Right. We could work with that. We could work with the fact that we are in. You ain't listening to me, We could work with the fact that we in a difficult place. This is what we interdependent on America, our economics, etc. I even stated that before. But it is not a position that we should revel in or enjoy. And unfortunately, our Prime Minister has to speak and act in a certain way for our best interests. But we would know, we would understand that ain't perfect, and that ain't certain things ain't right as well. And I would also add that our Prime Minister is sensible enough when Farley has a different opinion on something to say, well, he's entitled to his opinion. And that don't mean that we are fractured or we are split. But human beings will have differences of opinion, and depending on where you are situated as a leader, you sometimes have to toe a certain line for the benefit of your people, and I understand that hard. You ain't listening to me. Every time I come, I understand how hard it is for this lady trying to do the best for Trinidad and Tobago in a hostile environment, right? That's the way I understand it and the way I articulate it. If you want to articulate it in a way where you love Trump and you feel that is the best way, there's very little I see to love. That is all.
I want to say this. Our Prime Minister don't have to do what you're saying there. She could be a rebel like Gonzal, the Prime Minister of Antigua, the Prime Minister of Barbados, the former Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, who take a position of not assisting America with nothing.
Well, let's talk. Everybody, every leader of Trinidad and Tobago have to toe a certain line. And all the talk, the opposition talking, they ain't talking to a certain extent, and they signed so far, and they would have done what they had to do with Trump, because the consequences otherwise are extremely detrimental to us as a people. So I telling you, brother, the Prime Minister spelled it out even to us, to people who listen. She said that these are the realities. These are the realities of our position. What you want me to do? We have to realize who we are, our strengths and our weaknesses. Our weaknesses.
Wow.
It is what it is. Pressure.
Again, I am saying that our Prime Minister, and I stand with this fully and strong, could be a front line like how Dr. Rowdy was brave and strong and going in Venezuela and doing business and seeing that we need Venezuela. Our Prime Minister today said that we do not need Venezuela. We do 0.00000 business. Business. She said no much billions of dollars investment. And America is our biggest trading partner. biggest trading partner. So you could try to be politically correct. I don't want to be politically correct. And I know the Prime Minister could pinch you back in the morning on America and do like Dr. Rowley, depend on some oil, some Java deal that we could buy and share to the world. No. She believe in the right. She believe that no man should be playing in women's sports. She believe that no tampon should be in man bathroom. She believe that every single children of this world should have a boy should grow up to be a man, a woman, a girl should grow up to be a woman. And this is why I support the policy. And I will debate anybody, even if you, on that. And as I finally close, I want to tell the listeners
one good policy, kind of good policy that you think Trump have, and Trump ain't really personally business about that. But I mean, the Republican base where you have it, have a few people who you'll get votes for that, so you just say that. Boy, let me understand this game now, man. Close that, please.
Right. I want to tell the public that when you hear me and my partner, common sense and educated, Warren, we are friends.
No. Discussing why he's my brother. All always one.
When he was debating in a manner while he soft and calm and I passionate, me and my brother, we meet in Duncan Street, we meet Nelson Street, we meet on Savannah, we meet South, we meet anyway. We will shake hands, we will drink our juice together, our water together. This is just a political debate where we have a different point of view, but is there no hate between me and my big brother, yeah?
Never.
Thank you very much.
And blessings to you, Kingsley. Right, and blessings to all of Trinidad and Tobago. I have to lean on what I believe to be true. I may be wrong, but if I'm wrong, I'm sincerely wrong. I ain't trying to deceive nobody. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning to the panel, and good morning to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, I was listening to you all, and one thing, I will make it short. We the only people on the planet here, I'm talking about African people, we forget all about how people treat you. And we love the people who destroy our ancestors through slavery and all that, and we love them now.
Facts.
Look at this father in Burkina Faso there. Chayori. The same people who want to kill him, murder him, and kill all them people to get the resources, we love them now. Because they come in the Caribbean here. You understand? And we will say that, okay, well, Venezuela deserve what is happening to them now? I don't think so. Them don't deserve that. Even though they was also a part of slavery, that does not deserve what is happening now with America. None of the Caribbean islands deserve nothing what America is doing to them. If they're blacklisting them, they don't want to take back the visa from them and all that. They don't deserve it. We, the only black people on the planet, African people, love our enemies who seeking to destroy us. That's all I want to see for now.
Yeah, thank you very much. And in the words of Malcolm X, we sometimes love the oppressor and we hate the liberator. That is a conditioning of our minds. I ask the common question, and ever so often to people when we having discussions, who's the good guys, the cowboys or the Indians? And if we listen to and we watch the westerns and the this and the that, the propaganda that they have powerfully been able to shape people's minds with, we might say the cowboys good boy, them is the good guys, and them Indians is savages and wicked people and whatever. So we better get our mind right. I am not saying that I do not understand the precarious position. Even the word had to be a tongue twister to explain the position that Trinidad and Tobago has found itself in. I understand that. And we would do wise, as the Prime Minister said, we would do well to understand and limit what we say. Because when you're handing the lion mouth, take your time and take it out. Don't be naive to our dependence. Don't be naive to our weakness. Don't be naive. Be strategic, be sensible, and above all things, I see our current Prime Minister as extremely strategic. Even internally with the decisions that she makes sometimes with individuals, etc. Extremely strategic. Because you have to be realistic with your capacity. You have to be realistic with the consequences of your actions and your speech. You have to be realistic. You have to be realistic with these decisions that you make, because they do not just impact you. They impact everyone. That's what, and being in a position of leading a country is not easy. And it is not up to just us. Oh, do you think she could do everything well? Well, yeah, we think they could, we think so. No, it's not just so. And our circumstances differ from those of other economies and other countries. So let us understand what is taking place, and let us think about also forging a way forward that is different. Let us think about creating greater connections with other people and greater interdependence between other countries and other places, and let us think about even our own independence and sovereignty in the way that we eat, in the way that we think, in the way that we educate ourselves and our children. It's only Monday, so we'll continue, and I apologize to some of the callers who are trying to get in. Have a blessed Monday, right? All the best, and show the spirit of goodness during this period as well. Always stop calling and arguing for car parking spot and traffic and this and that. Love and blessings to everyone. Take care. We'll be back, God willing, tomorrow.
Of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in Sangre Grande, for the old-time gospel hour family radio ministry every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and on Friday evenings from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. All night prayer live on the street 919 FM, designed with you in mind. This program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective, and you will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, "He has shown you, O man, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you, but to